Who is the mole? Josh got it wrong, and last week he was eliminated. 7 people remain. 6 of them are genuine contestants trying their hardest to win the money. The 7th has been planted by us as a traitor, the mole. To win all the money, a contestant must not only identify the mole, but know more than everyone else about the mole and what he or she has been doing. So can you spot the clues? Can you answer one simple question? Who is the mole?
10 contestants, 10 weeks, 1 winner, taking home up to $500,000. But one of the 10 is being paid to deceive the others and sabotage the games. That person is the mole. The contestant who figures out who the mole is and who does the best job at tracking and remembering the mole's every move wins the money. So can you figure out who is the mole? Last week on The Mole.
I'd risen from the dead. Lazarus was back.
Cam is back. The team had been offered a deal.
You can have Cam back and earn $50,000 towards the kitty. Think it over.
Bring Cam back.
But not everyone's happy to see him.
Group, meet Cam. Cam, join group.
I was expecting a group hug, and I got a wall of nothing.
I was damn disappointed because I didn't want to see him back.
We're doing lots of things, but we're not working together right now.
And the team is falling apart.
Pull your head in, Josh, and stop telling everyone to move, all right?
$5,000 goes begging when 3 of them fail to find Josh.
We're going to look for the grand toy!
The mole is splitting the group apart. But just who is the mole?
Josh.
In the computer test, Josh was wrong, and he was eliminated. 7 contestants remain, and one of them is a traitor. One of them is the mole. It's the morning of day 9. Perfect weather for the beach.
Absolutely pouring in rain. And at the end, there's this, I could see this blow-up dinosaur and this blow-up palm tree.
Just like some scene out of Gilligan's Island or something ridiculous with all these odd bits and pieces and the kitchen sink.
Picture yourself marooned on a beautiful tropical island. Your assignment is to get off the island, make your way to the rescue boat, where you'll see $5,000 in cash at the back of the boat. You'll be travelling by raft. Build a raft, put everything that's here and yourselves on it, get to the boat, get on the boat, get the bag, and you have $5,000. 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Now, let's elect a captain of this good ship. Who shall be captain?
Aye, aye.
Captain, your captain's hat's here. As soon as we button time on, you'll need to don your cap. All right, your time starts now.
All right, someone draw me what we're going to do with it.
That's your main.
Yeah.
So you put a barrel here.
The girls have launched into building the raft, while the boys are planning how the raft needs to be built.
There.
Oh, well, they're starting to do that all right.
Teamwork is what's needed to build a raft. But teamwork is exactly what they don't have.
Guys started talking about how it's going to float.
Hang on, I think we need to talk about what we're doing because everyone's just doing their own thing.
I've got an idea.
But yeah, as soon as we sort of said, OK, now what are we doing, guys?
Are we doing it the right way now?
No, we're not.
I don't know, don't argue with the boy.
10 minutes in, and their raft building has turned into a planning committee.
There was a bit of bickering. Everyone had their own opinion. We all put everyone's opinion in, then we'd decide, and, everyone tried a little bit, everyone was working with each other. Everyone was, asking people before they do things. Everyone was asking the best way.
It had been Nathan who'd appointed himself as team captain. But it's Cam who's taken control.
Everyone, or just one on everyone?
2 on everyone, mate.
Cam has changed his personality. Cam was very aggressive and very rude to everyone in the early days, but he's settled down now. And he's trying to be friends with everyone, to work with everyone, to be helpful with everyone.
Do you know how to work these black things?
If people were standing around, instead of, wandering off doing their own thing, they would say, I'm not doing anything, give me a job. And if you said, right, do that, they did it. And, there was no mucking around, well, why can't you do it? There was just everyone did their bit, everyone pulled their weight.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would help. Right.
30 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go. And they're a long way from completing the raft, let alone paddling out to the money. It's time to offer them some help.
Group, I need your attention. I have an urgent and pressing matter, an assignment. To do you a favour, I'll take the one of you who is of the least use at the moment in raft building.
Whoever they choose will be given the chance to use a kayak to paddle out to the money.
Well, Chris, do you want to object?
Okay. Are you happy? Okay, that's fine.
You're a happy volunteer?
Yep.
Good luck.
Place these out.
Yes.
Just over here.
Are you relieved to get out of there?
Oh, I am.
Chris will be offered a kayak, but there's a catch. She'll have to hire it for 2,000 French francs, and the money is buried in the sand.
I'm going to give you this.
Right.
Metal detector.
Yep.
Now, all you need to do is to find 2,000 francs. You can hire a kayak, paddle out to the boat, and collect your money.
Oh, I'm interested.
You have exactly the same amount of time as your friends. So you've got about 30 minutes left. Metal detector's on, ready to go.
Right. This is it.
There are hundreds of coins buried in a 20-metre area, and the metal detector picks them up easily. As soon as the detector beeps, a coin can be found just below the surface.
I didn't have my glasses and I couldn't read the coins, which was the most frustrating thing.
That's 200, and you see the price, 2,000.
200.
Chris still has another 1,800 francs to find before she can hire the kayak. To win $5,000 for the kitty, either Chris has to make it out to the boat by kayak or the others have to make it to the boat by raft. It doesn't matter which. The boys have decided it's their job to tie the barrels to the raft. But as they'll come to see, they're not doing a great job of it.
We had the barrels underneath and we only had them tied around one way. And then I said, well, we've already got the rope going like this. Let's tie that rope together to stop them from popping out.
Look, we've got 4 of them. We can do 1 there, 2, 3, 4.
And they kind of just looked at me like,
Hold these together because these are going to barrel.
uh-huh.
Well, if someone sits on each corner and has their legs around the barrel, they're not going to go anywhere. And they're going to hold the
Guys,
barrel.
trust me about this. What do you think about this idea?
Go ahead and do it. You're so confident. Go ahead and do it.
Yep, okay, next, move on. You know, thanks and see you later.
What can I do?
Up the middle, Cam.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You put it under.
15 minutes to go and the raft is looking shipshape. Or not.
Hello. As soon as we get the raft up and into the water, what happens? The barrels go boom, boom, and fall out exactly where I said.
It's going to take Cam at least 3 minutes to fix the barrels, and that could be 3 minutes too long. There are still plenty of coins buried in the sand. Chris just needs to pick them up.
After ratting through tons of sand, where was my stylist when I needed her?
Everything on the beach has to go on the raft, but they haven't got much time. Chris could be their only hope, if she can find enough money to hire the kayak.
What is that?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, only 400. That's 2,000 now.
On the barrels, put your life vests on.
Second time around for the raft, and it's looking no more seaworthy than it did before.
One of the barrels had actually fallen off as soon as we got into the water, so Katrina had to hook her legs around it. She was basically holding the barrel onto the raft the whole time.
I was sitting on virtually no part of the raft and at some point trying to kick as well. And it was mad. It was absolutely mad.
To win $5,000, they have to get out to the boat in under 3 minutes. It'll be a miracle if they make it in time. It'll be even more of a miracle if they don't sink. Nathan, the captain, and his crew have less than 3 minutes to paddle their raft out to the cruiser. They'll be hard-pressed to make it in time on the raft, but it would take a kayak less than 2 minutes to... If Chris can find the 2,000 francs she needs.
This ain't fair.
Of the hundreds of coins buried in the sand, she's found just 10 coins after half an hour. It's nowhere near enough to rent a kayak. Winning the $5,000 will have to be up to the people on the raft.
Are you all on? You've got the money. Time stops now. 1 hour, 1 minute, 38 seconds.
It was a valiant maiden voyage by the SS Mole.
Sorry about that, no $5,000.
If nothing else, at least the raft made it across the ocean in one piece.
I gave Chris an assignment. She could have helped you all out. All she had to do was find 2,000 francs, rent a kayak, and she could have paddled out here and gotten the money for you. Very, very simple job. Somehow she managed to fail to find the money. Dear, oh dear. Bad luck.
They had come so close to success. So where had it all gone wrong? Did Cam deliberately fail to tie on the barrels? Or did Chris deliberately fail to find the coins?
When Cam stuffs up, Chris has done a really good job, and when Chris stuffs up, Cam's done a really good job. So it's hard to figure out which one is just genuinely making mistakes and which one's the mole or which one's trying to look like the mole.
I've never used a metal detector before, but if you hear it ring, you grab your coins and go do it. I think she may have found a way of wasting a bit of time.
When she did find the coins, she didn't have her glasses and she couldn't read the coins because it's unfamiliar currency to us. It's funny money. And she could have beat us all there and got the $5,000. But she didn't. She didn't make it.
That afternoon, the group has been split up. 6 of them will be having lunch in 3 different restaurants. And over the course of lunch, there'll be a chance to win money, up to $6,000, in a game of New Caledonian Whispers. It's like Chinese Whispers, but this game will use SMS, phones and faxes.
Okay. Now, if the word that comes back is identical to the word I gave you, you score $2,000 towards the kitty. If it's not, no money. You have 15 minutes to complete the cycle. From the time I give you the word to the time they call me. The first word is parachute.
Alison must describe the word parachute without using the word parachute itself.
What are you writing?
The thing that holds you up when you jump out of a plane.
Not a bad description.
And then text message it to Petrina and Chris.
The thing that holds up when you jump out of a plane. Harness. Parachute. Okay, you think parachute?
Petrina and Chris must work out how to draw a parachute.
Yeah, half circle with strings. That looks like a parachute. So
we need
half a circle
with a straight line on the bottom with 2 isosceles triangles coming down from the corners.
Fantastic.
Their task will be to describe their drawing to Nathan and Nikki.
Okay, you do it and just interpret it out loud.
Using only geometric terms.
Okay, Nathan, this is what you need to draw, okay?
Okay, we need to draw.
You need to draw half a circle with a straight line on the bottom.
Nathan and Nikki have no idea what the drawing is of.
And 2 isosceles triangles.
They just have to follow the directions as best they can.
From the straight line.
2 isosceles triangles. Okay.
Okay, see ya. Is that?
I have no idea. We'll fax it through.
They must then fax their drawing to Cam and Sean.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Cam and Sean have to work out what the drawing is meant to be.
We have to assume it's that way.
I don't know. I reckon it's that way. Big lady bending over.
If they work out that it's a parachute, and if they phone the answer back within 15 minutes of the game starting, they'll win $2,000 for the kitty.
Cam and Sean, do you have a word for me?
Well, sort of, yeah. Our word is cat.
Spell it for me, please.
C-A-T.
Okay, mate, thanks very much for that. Bye-bye. "13 minutes on the nose."
What did he say?
The word that Cam and Sean came back with? Cat.
There'll be 3 words in all. $2,000 for each word.
Yeah. Next word is motorbike.
How do you draw a motorbike?
That's one of those things you pump along on the railway track.
And then, how do you describe that drawing to someone else?
Asked Chris, did anything strange happen? Was there any mole activity?
I said 2 triangles facing down.
No mole work where I was, I don't think.
Not like that, surely. But it's like a cat.
Also, after the break,
You're right.
high tension and high stakes.
Oh, no.
Who will walk the plank and who won't?
Next word is motorbike. Time on.
A Harley is one we had a ride on during a task, a motorbike. Okay, so...
Katrina and Chris have a difficult task. It's difficult enough to draw a motorbike, let alone describe to someone else how to draw it, using only geometric terms. And all of this is being done under pressure of time.
Just ring.
Circle, circle, straight line. I think the triangle's good. What about this? A right angle triangle, like this.
Maybe they haven't got the phone turned up properly. Maybe,
Yeah, that doesn't look like a Harley Davidson though, does it? So we're going, I don't know, I'm going 2 wheels.
Hang on, no, let's try a different angle. Let's try looking at it this way. You've got the wheels, like this, the body, and the handlebars go like this, don't they? Like this.
Looks like a squashed Mexican.
Is this what we're doing, or this one? Quick, what do you think? Okay. Oh, heavens. Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Katrina. Go ahead.
Okay, Nathan, what you need to draw is 2 circles 8 centimetres apart.
8 centimetres apart, right?
On the bottom of the page. Inside the circles, draw 6 lines going out from the radius in each circle.
Okay, well.
You need to draw an upwards-facing triangle between the 2 circles with a straight line touching both circles.
Upwards-facing triangle between them. Hang on, 1 second. 6 lines, right, circles, and then what would you say after the triangle?
On top of the triangle, you've got a 180 degrees line going straight across the top.
Okay, right. We'll do our best.
Oh, hang on, that's not it. At the end of the straight line, you've got a square.
Yep.
And at the other end, on the left-hand side, you've got a straight line on a 45-degree angle.
Straight line on a 45-degree angle, right.
With 2 straight lines at right angles to that straight line. Do you want to go over it again?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we've got 2 circles.
Bottom of the page, your 2 circles.
2 circles at the bottom of the page.
It's a complicated drawing, and repeating all the instructions took them 2 very valuable minutes.
And at the end of that second straight line, you've got 2 smaller straight lines at 90 degrees.
At 90 degrees?
Yes.
Right angle, okay.
At right angles.
Okay,
Good
goodbye.
luck. See ya.
That's it, yeah.
Where's that straw? I need a drink.
Across the top. And a box at one end.
Nathan and Nikki have to fax their drawing to Sean and Cam,
Let's send that off. Already running out of time.
who will then have to work out what the drawing is meant to be. But time is against them.
Better answer it then, eh? Grant, how you going, mate?
Good, how are you? Do you have a word for me?
Mate, we haven't received a second fax as yet.
Well, mate, I'm sorry to tell you, you're out of time.
Figured that. Run out of time. Here we go, look at that.
It's a bike.
Definitely.
$2,000.
They have one more word, one more chance to win $2,000.
See if they can be a little quicker this time. One last word for $2,000. Helicopter. What's your clue?
I hung from one.
I hung from one. It has propellers. A helicopter. Ah.
An oval.
An oval.
An oval.
Which is a bubble. Rotor blades. We've got rotor blades, which are going to be these.
So, blades.
Blades.
And legs. Here, legs like this, oblongs.
That.
With a straight line on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, we need to ring, I think.
Yeah, pick the number.
2 seconds.
Yes.
Hello? Okay, this is what you need to draw. An oval in the middle of the page.
An oval in the middle of the page.
There's 2 lines that run through the top of the oval and they cross over each other on diagonals. You got it?
Not really. Yeah, we'll keep going.
They touch in the centre at the top.
Yeah.
You need to draw 2 oblongs on either side of the oval underneath of those oblongs.
Can you explain how to draw the shape of the oblong?
The long bit facing down.
I can't believe I can't remember what an oblong is.
And a straight line at the base of the 2 oblongs. We need to make time because we lost time on the last one. So have you guys got a picture?
We've got some picture.
Good luck. Thanks, guys. See ya.
What is that?
Oh, it didn't sound too hopeful.
Just go through and see if they can decipher it.
An oblong's completely different shape than that.
$2,000 will be theirs if they decide that the picture Nathan and Nikki are drawing is meant to be a helicopter.
That way you reckon?
I don't know, mate. What do you reckon?
Final facts is in.
Our word is catamaran.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your assignment is over. You can come back to base.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye-bye. Catamaran.
No way.
$6,000 went begging.
Another cat.
Alison's text messages were interpreted correctly, so where did it go wrong?
I've never been sus on Petrina because I just don't think she could be the mole, but if anyone could have been doing anything today in this task, I would say it could have been Petrina's way of explaining.
I don't think anyone could have done any better.
I asked Chris, you know, did anything strange happen? Was there any mole activity? And she said, oh, we were both the mole because we both didn't know how to draw things properly.
It's easier than it sounds, I think. We went great with the first one, bit of trouble with the motorbike. But it was a great assignment. No mole work where I was, I don't think, but it was just Petrina and I.
And she seems to be quite happy at blaming herself for things going wrong, but not really acting like she feels bad about it. I found that a little bit strange.
The prize kitty still stands at $89,000, and so far they've won nothing in this episode. Maybe the mole is doing a good job at preventing the team from winning money. Maybe the mole will sabotage their next assignment.
Were those tall things there the other day?
I think it's going to be about selling down those big containers.
You're kidding.
That is a big
Are you allowed to do
one.
that?
I always get this weird, daunting feeling. What now?
Scared, are you, Petrina?
Oh, excited.
Thinking about it?
We saw the lines between the two containers. Like, we're definitely doing like a flying fox thing.
As soon as I looked up and saw it, here I am. I'm going to be the slug of the group again.
Their assignment will be simple, and it's worth up to $35,000. All they have to do is walk the plank to retrieve the money.
This assignment we like to call Walk the Plank. If you look above you, you'll see a series of wallets, some green, some red. In each of those wallets is $5,000 towards the kitty. All you have to do is walk the plank and bring back a wallet to win $5,000 towards the kitty. Now, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If you answer the question correctly, you only have to walk out to the green set of wallets. But if you get the question wrong, it's the red set.
Right, we still get a chance of getting 5,000 either way.
Our first category, fashion. Who's going to answer that?
Actually,
Nathan.
Oh, yeah. Good. Question is, who designed the cone-shaped bra Madonna wore on her Blonde Ambition tour? A, Dolce & Gabbana, B, Versace, C, Jean-Paul Gaultier, D, Alexander McQueen.
Versace?
Versace? Wrong. It was Jean-Paul Gaultier. Look up. You going up?
Yeah, why not?
Nathan's wrong answer means that to get the $5,000, he has to walk the full length of the plank to get a red wallet. The plank is 20 metres high, 10 metres long, and just 10 centimetres wide. The real problem is that it wobbles. There's $5,000 waiting for Nathan at the end of the plank. All he needs to do is reach it.
That wind just come up.
Nathan got his question wrong. It means that to get $5,000, he has to walk the full length of the plank to the red wallets. The plank's 10 metres long, and it wobbles.
Oh my God, it does wobble.
You can keep your chest front on. Keep your feet sideways, walk high.
I would definitely not do sideways.
See that rope? You pull it really tight and you've got something to hang on to.
The further out Nathan gets, the more he's affected by the wind. If you fall, no envelope, no money. If he'd answered correctly, he would have only had to reach the green wallet.
That is tough.
Nice try, Nate. Yeah.
Nathan, the stevedore, failed to get his $5,000 for the kitty.
That's tough.
Still, there's another $30,000 up for grabs.
Well, a valiant effort.
At least had a crack.
You did have a crack at it.
I've got no real good tips for you.
Get the question right, that's a tip.
Well done, mate.
Next category, entertainment.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, Alison. Which of the following celebrities worked as a cashier at Dunkin' Donuts before she was famous? Renee Zellweger, Madonna, Shania Twain, or Britney Spears?
Renee Zellweger.
Madonna.
Oh! Are you serious?
Alison has to walk the plank all the way to the red
I didn't
wallet.
get that right.
The Madonna question could be an expensive question to get wrong.
She should have known that. Madonna is her absolute idol, her favourite, her number one. She knows what she has for breakfast. She knows the whole thing on Madonna. There was no way in the world that she should have got that question wrong.
Nathan fell off at the halfway mark, but Alison has a different technique. She's holding on to her safety rope.
The plank was pretty sturdy in the beginning, but then once you get to the end, it starts going like this, and then that's when my legs start shaking. And I thought, okay, how am I going to bend down without letting go? You know, but I just thought, just focus. Just don't be scared this time, just focus. I had to totally spread myself because there was no way I was letting go of that thing.
It was hanging onto your harness.
That's $5,000 for the kitty, with another $25,000 yet to be won.
Next question. Sport. Who's going to answer sport?
Cam.
Definitely not me.
Cam or Sean?
Sean?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
You're going to answer the sport question. Which city is hosting the 2006 Winter Olympics? Vancouver, Helsinki, Turin, or Chamonix?
I'd say Helsinki.
Helsinki. Look up.
The correct answer is Turin. To get the $5,000, Sean will have to walk to the end of the plank.
I'm not even going up there, mate.
No? You're going to pass?
Yeah, I'll pass it.
Really?
Yep.
All right, well, you forfeit the $5,000. Our next category, science and technology.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, go, Ken.
Cam, which of the following bridges is the widest? Sydney Harbour Bridge, Golden Gate Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, or the Humber Bridge?
I reckon it's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge is a long, long walk. The widest is the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Oh, really?
Every contestant so far has got their question wrong. So Cam, like all the others, has to get a red wallet from the end of the plank. But Cam's a firefighter, and it shouldn't be a problem.
I wasn't all that fussed. Could have done it standing on my head. So, yeah, I wasn't the least bit concerned. I knew I could do it.
Yes! Our next category, wildlife.
Yeah, I can do wildlife. I'll try wildlife.
What distance can an elephant comfortably swim without touching the bottom? No distance, they can't swim. 30 metres, 300 metres, 3 kilometres.
30 metres.
30 metres?
Wrong.
An elephant can comfortably swim
3 K.
3 kilometres. Look up. How do you feel about that?
I think I'll pass.
Another $5,000 goes begging, but they still have $10,000 left to win.
The next category, travel.
Okay.
Katrina.
Yeah.
Which of the following structures is the highest? The Great Pyramid of Giza, the Eiffel Tower, Sydney's AMP Tower, or Melbourne's Rialto?
Eiffel Tower.
Ah! Yeah! Come on, good girl.
Have a look up there.
Uh-huh.
You willing to chance it?
Yep.
Off you go.
The hardest thing for me was lowering down. That's where I felt the most unsure. I had to have one hand free so I could reach the wallets and only hold with one hand. And that kind of made me a bit nervous. I felt like that kind of made me a bit wobbly.
Well done. Congratulations. $15,000 so far. If you rejoin them. One more to go.
Neat.
Your category is the opposite sex.
Right.
Which of the following has been recognised as the world's fastest legal production car? Ferrari F50, the Lamborghini Diablo, the McLaren F1, or the Dodge Viper SRT 10?
My dad's going to kill me if I get this one wrong. Ferrari?
Ferrari F50. Wrong, I'm afraid. The McLaren F1. Look up. How do you feel about that?
Excited.
If you're excited, we're excited. Off you go.
All right.
Nathan fell off the plank. Chris refused to attempt it. So did Sean. The three of them lost the group $15,000. Nikki showed everyone how possible it is.
After the four of us had got 20,000, it was a really, really good feeling. Like, yes, we finally put some money in the kitty.
But the $20,000 they've won might soon disappear. Next on The Mole.
I may have a little offer for you. I have here 4 computer chips.
Each computer chip gives an exemption from elimination, a free pass to the next episode.
Pay me $5,000 for each chip.
And later on The Mole, which of them will be eliminated?
Chris?
Four of the contestants retrieved wallets from the plank. There's $5,000 in each wallet.
More money, more money!
But that $20,000 isn't yet in the bank.
Alison, Cam, Nikki and Katrina, I have an offer. I want my money back. Now I have here 4 computer chips. On each chip is an image that says exemption. Go straight through to the next episode. All you have to do is pay me $5,000 for each chip. Cam, that's yours. Alison, that's for you. Nikki? Katrina?
The offer's only open to the 4 contestants who walked the plank.
What's your main goal?
Any of them that hands over the $5,000 they won will be given a free pass straight through to the next episode.
You 4. What's your main objective in the game? To make it through to the end. This could be the ticket. Alison, you want to buy one?
No.
Cam, here it is, mate, I've got it. Keep it. Girls, 2 chips. Have a free pass through to the next episode. Nikki?
I'll leave the $5,000 and then take it as a chance.
All right. Katrina. Now, let's not let anyone else influence our decision here. Just one wafer-thin memory chip. 5, 4, 3, 2...
I'll leave the money.
Well, a stunning display of team loyalty. I got to admit, I'm a little choked up. But a reminder, tonight there's an elimination. One of you will be leaving. For the 4 who knocked back the free pass, I hope it's not one of you. You'd have a lot to think about on the plane ride home.
In that night's video diaries, only one thing mattered. Whether or not they should have taken up the offer of the free pass.
You know, now I'm like, I don't know. Was it the right choice? I don't know if it was the right choice. I've got to start thinking about me being here.
I'm a bit dark, I didn't take it now, but I can't do anything about it, but nobody else did. So, yeah, so that's it. Elimination tonight, fingers crossed, I don't want to go. Hopefully see you tomorrow, rah, same as usual. I think I'll be okay.
You really have to work as a team, otherwise we're not going to get any money. And if I took this, as great as it would be for me to have a free pass to the next round, it means the team wouldn't work together properly.
I was so excited for walking out on that beam and retrieving the money, and I got the question right, and I was the only one that knew the question. And when Grant made us that offer, and we'd been through everybody else, and it got to my turn, I just didn't know what to say.
No one has a free pass, so all 7 of them must sit the computer test. Whoever scores least will be sent home. The computer test consists of 6 questions about the identity of the mole. The mole knows the correct answers, so the mole has no fear of being eliminated. But for the 6 genuine contestants, the only way to get a high score is to correctly identify which one of them is the mole.
It could be Chris, and I'm sus on Ali as well. I think when we're making the raft today, Al could have been trying to paddle backwards, which would have slowed us down and helped us lose the money.
Chris, she's been on my list from the start. It's not that difficult to determine what coin is how many francs. The average person knows how to use a metal detector and not swing it around real quick, which could have slowed us up a bit.
I've still a big one on Alison. And Cam, I'm trying to fit Cam into this puzzle, into my head, into everything that's going on.
Chris has always been my suspect from day one, and that's why I try to get out of the way today. She is costing us money, therefore I think she would be a prime suspect for me.
Cam seems to try very hard, but he's always doing little suspicious things. Like today when we were talking about the money, he made it feel like it had to be a team effort. Then as soon as we get into the bus, he says, oh, I would definitely would have taken the money if I was you guys. He just does suspicious things like that that make me go, oh, he's not 100% honest.
I suspect possibly Ali. I suspect possibly Chris. I suspect possibly Katrina. I suspect everybody.
The contestants have their suspicions about who the mole is, but who do you think it is? SMS the name of the mole to 0421 267 770. And if you're correct, you'll go into a draw to win $25,000. So what clues have you seen? Is the mole Alison, Cam, Chris, Nathan, Nikki, Katrina or Sean? Next on The Mole.
4 of you were offered a chance at an exemption.
Someone will be eliminated.
I wouldn't want to have passed that up.
Which of them will go?
Let's begin.
Four people had been offered a free pass to the next episode, and all 4 of them refused it. The results from the computer test are now known. Whoever scored least will be leaving the game.
4 of you were offered a chance at an exemption. A free pass through to the next episode. Each of the 4 of you could be sitting there quite comfortably.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to have passed that up and be facing this. Let's begin. Nathan. Cam. Chris. Vicky. Alice. Katrina. Katrina, we have to go. Which one's yours? Pick it up, go.
Katrina was always really excited to do the challenges. Even though they were scary, she really wanted to challenge herself.
On that high wire that day, you could tell she was pretty spooked by it. I tried to sort of talk her through it, but she just wasn't coming down, so it might have been a blow to her pride, I suppose, but she was prepared to wear it for the good of the team, I think.
She really gave it her all, and today just showed how much courage she had. She cared about the end result for everyone else, and she didn't give that $5,000 back.
Maybe you should have taken that pass. Hey?
Yeah.
Well, it was good having you.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing. Any regrets?
Oh, just one minor one.
Take care.
Katrina scored lowest on the computer test and she was eliminated.
I feel like such an idiot.
The decision not to take the free pass has backfired and Katrina is on her way home.
Well, I feel ripped off. I feel like I deserve to be there just as much as them, and I feel like there's people in the group that, to be honest, I think have less clue than I do.
Next week on The Mole, there's $20,000 under a waterfall. All they need to do is get it.
Chris, follow you! Chris!
There's $10,000 if they can catch it.
If you want to stay here, possibly lose $10,000, you can do it yourself because I'm going to sleep.
Drop it and they'll lose $10,000. Someone's sabotaging everything they do.
Going down!
Who is it? Who is the mole?